Okay, we just saw that tape, which, takes us to a lot of different locations around the city of Chicago, all of them related or affiliated with the CTA system. Mm-hmm. Now, that was a contest, or a mural contest that you ran. What was that really all about, George?
This was a Constance. This was a mural program put together. It was Constance's idea, Constance Martel's idea. That we thought that if we could let these kids that she was working with, young people that she was working with, get them an avenue to show their true artistic abilities and actually make a competition out of it. There were 14 teams that participated in that, okay? With the prize being a scholarship at the Art Institute, okay? Which was a pretty nice prize.
Yeah.
So, also, with the agreement from the graffiti, from the artists or the participants, that they would stay away from our property and also talk to all of their contacts and so forth, to don't graffiti buses, don't do trains, stay off the platforms, don't do our buildings, okay? And we will work with you and try to find you places that you can do your pieces as you describe them, okay?
Okay, got it.
And we have been, okay? Some of the work that some of these guys have gotten, I know that people have called Constance for references and so forth, all right? And they have. Both of you, I believe, have received some summer work this summer as a result of that contest, correct?
And that also becomes more work.
Right.
Other people see it, other restaurants, like the locations where they're located at, across the street, other people are not as aware of the project, but sees the work, and from there contacts us, contacts them, and finding us to do work for them.
Okay. Yeah. And in the case of Angel, who has a crew split between here and Wisconsin, not derogatory, but the cheesehead people, they're up there. And Mike, he has a crew that ends up doing work overseas.
And we're kind of experimenting. We're getting into a production of T-shirts and designs like that. So we'd like to market our art to. We just, we want.
Everybody has to do a T-shirt. So, okay.
Right now, everyone's wearing them. So.
I would hope so. It keeps a lot of things off or a lot of things in, depending upon what it is.
I think the important aspect of our contest was, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is important, okay? At least to us at CTA. We want to curtail this, all right? We are not promoting graffiti. We have found that by our mural contest, if you want to call it that we have, and I'm reluctant to say this because I don't want challenges or gauntlets thrown out to the community, okay? But I will say, we have seen a decrease, all right, on some of our lines in graffiti, okay, and tagging. Now, because of this, all right.
Does that mean you've given up the enforcement? It's just sort of
no.
The
enforcement continues.
Okay.
But like I said, there appears to be a decrease, okay? As a result of this, we are very seriously considering making this an annual event, a mural contest. Okay? It's not cast in concrete yet, but we are considering that because of the successfulness of it.
Okay.
And youths and fellows like Angel and Mike.
Okay.
They're really good promoters for us.
I would assume, somehow I have a sense, and particularly, with Angel and Mike as well. And in talking before the show, that hey, you folks, both of you, have a focus, of hey, here's where I am now, here's what I'm doing, here's where I want to go, here's where I want to be, and I think that's darn good. I'm not a predictor, but I would suspect, some years from now, it'll either be what you're telling me or it'll be close to it. I don't know. Is that legitimate on my part?
Yeah. Don't have a crystal ball, but I'm sure it's in the future.
It's in the future. A thing, a question that I have, though, going back, when a blank wall, it's still, what goes on inside one, as an artist, if you will. You see this wall, does it just say paint me? Is that what it says? I don't know.
Some for writers, a blank piece of paper. For a producer, it's a blank videotape. For us, it's just our moods or what's going through our daily days, our actions, or what's on our topic of our mind, what's in our heart to paint. Sometimes one of our friends that had died, a memory of a friend, or the idea that a child wants to walk by and see the mural and understand it, the same as the parent.
Same as the parent, okay. Now, if I'm to ask you, let me ask you this question. In painting, there have to be certain themes, but let's say you're not doing, a mural contest. Let's say you're not doing commission work. And this is a question I'm asking of both of you. That you don't have the constraints, you say, of the commission. But without that, let's say Angel. This is what I really want to depict. This is what I really want to say. What is it?
I really couldn't say. I mean, without saying any controversial ideas to bring out, because it's just depending on the day, depending on how the person is.
Okay. Are there any particular themes that you stay with?
I try to, ideas like keeping away, helping to see the youths, getting the typical teenager off the streets. The idea of, finding a job and motivating himself to go into school. That's a pretty good idea to get into.
Okay. And you might have got about a minute before the commercial, but go ahead.
Our murals are basically positive. We'd like to explain to people that there are ways, if you have a tag, and I'd say problem, because it is kind of a problem at this point, you can further that and you can get the place, get a place where you're going. You can do something positive. And this isn't just for graffiti writers. This is for everyone who looks at it. It's just our way of trying to be positive and, try to educate yourself and try to learn all about yourself. We try to concentrate on the culture of the neighborhood where we paint. So it's kind of a little experience, and kind of cultural education for ourselves too. So we hope that, people look at our mural and they'll be interested in exactly what's going on around them.
Okay, so it's a matter of helping people
right.
Raise their level of awareness. Okay, and with that level of awareness, I hope you're also aware of us as a bank, LaSalle Tallman. Where are we? We're all over, in lots of neighborhoods. Stop in and visit us, and after you do that, come right back.